Good afternoon. This is Victor Johnson, career facilitator with Goodwill Columbus, and we are currently streaming to both Facebook and YouTube. Goodwill Columbus Workforce Development is your free resource for everything job related. If you're looking for a job right now, if you want to change careers and need assistance, or maybe you simply need training into your next best career, we can help. Just reach out to us by email, phone, or Facebook Messenger, and we will connect you with a career consultant. I will have our contact information, our email address, and our phone number running at the bottom of the screen for you. Okay, so we're going to talk about workplace etiquette, and we're going to complete our series on common problems in the workplace. If you remember, last week we did part one about common problems in the workplace, and some of those were discrimination, harassment, communication, gossip, bullying. Well, today we're going to focus on the last three: low motivation and job satisfaction, performance issues, and poor job fit. So how can we look at those different areas? Okay, so low motivation and job satisfaction. If you have low motivation for work or low job satisfaction in what you do, if you are having performance issues, or you just think this isn't the right job for you, there's probably a combination of these things: your attitude, your work ethic, your values, your abilities and skills, and your motivation. You notice each one of those starts with your. It's easy to blame, problems at work or poor job satisfaction on other people. But in the long run, we are the ones who forge our own destinies. We are the ones who are the people who can make a difference in our own lives. We are the ones who make the decisions about how we react to what happens in our world. So we're the ones in control. Now, when you look at this, think about it. Your attitude, okay? If you've got low motivation and job satisfaction, it's a factor of your attitude. If you don't like your job, how motivated are you going to be to get there on time? How motivated are you going to be to do it well? How happy are you going to be with that job? Okay? If your work ethic, if you don't have a good work ethic, you're definitely going to have performance issues. If you are not a person who, if your work ethic, is one that doesn't take into account that you should be working your very best for your employer, and that's how you get ahead, you're not going to be doing very well in your performance. You'll do just enough to get by, and maybe not even that much. And that goes along with your values. Someone is paying you for 8 hours or 4 hours, however many hours a day it is. Someone is paying you for the time that you work. Are you working during that time, or are you just taking money for doing nothing? That goes to your values, and that's part of your performance. And then your abilities and skills. Have you ever thought about taking a job that, maybe wasn't, something that you knew how to do, but it sounded good? And then as you're doing the job, you find out, oh, I really don't like this. People who really like working with people, you shouldn't take, like a job where you're working by yourself, or you're working in just one section all alone. Eventually you're going to dislike it. And all this is a factor of your motivation, your attitude, your work ethic, your values, your abilities and skills. What motivates you? Is it your children? Is it your faith? Is it the idea that, I can become a successful entrepreneur? Is your motivation that you'd like to show your children that when you put your mind to something, you can excel at it. What is your motivation? Because if you haven't figured that out, you're going to take any job that comes along. And if you take any job that comes along, or you take a job just so you can get a paycheck, you're not going to be very motivated in that job. And once again, you're going to have low motivation, low job satisfaction. You're going to have performance issues. You're going to have a poor job fit. If your motivation is to become an entrepreneur, then you need to work on your abilities and skills for whatever your business is going to be. If you want to be an electrician, then you've got to work on your abilities and skills and become an apprentice and, work hard, take the tests, become a journeyman, and then become a master electrician. Then it won't be a poor job fit. But if you try to become an electrician, just because you heard they make, good money, but you have really no interest in being an electrician, you're not going to be happy. Okay? So consider these things. The way you approach your job and the satisfaction you get from doing your job depend on you. So when you are thinking about what you're doing and where you're doing it, ask yourself these questions. What is your motivation for doing this job? Is this job challenging or using your abilities and skills? Are you working up to your own personal values? Are you working up to a good work ethic? And are you working with a good attitude? That's the difference between enjoying your job and hating every minute of work. It's the difference between great performance and poor performance. And great performance gets rewarded. Great performance gets raises. Great performances get promotions. So consider these things when you're thinking about, your motivation and when you're thinking about problems in the workplace. So thank you very much for watching again. Please like the Goodwill Columbus Workforce Development Team's Facebook page. You'll receive updates on resources and other helpful job search assistance. And if you would like a free resume or interview consultation, you can schedule it by using the link below. And I'm going to show you the bit link in this banner here. Okay. Thank you again for joining us. And remember, we are here to help. So take advantage, contact us, and schedule an appointment with a career consultant. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.